The information on the Crypto Moon Hunters is provided for educational, informational, and entertainment purposes only. Information contained in this episode is not intended to be, nor constitutes financial advice, investment advice, trading advice, or any other advice. You should not make any decisions, financial, investment, trading, or otherwise, based on the information presented in this podcast. Seriously, these guys are idiots. Go talk to a professional broker, financial advisor, and be sure to do your own homework. The topics discussed in the show are highly speculative and ultra high risk. Never invest more than you can comfortably lose. Now here are your hosts, professionals of buying high and selling low.
Welcome to Crypto Moon Hunters. I am Crypto Mail, and with me today, I have the man whose kid's college plan revolves around baby Dogecoin, Loot.
Hey guys, glad to be here.
All right, so we are in our second inaugural episode, and we're going to talk about a couple topics that are the meme, the shit coins, but we got to talk about it because it's crazy news. And Loot, I mean, I know you've been following it too. What the hell is going on with Solana?
That thing took off, huh?
It is.
Oh my god.
It is mooning big time. I FOMO'd big time at $100.
So did I.
When because it's funny, it's one I was looking at a lot when it was around the $30 range, and I kept seeing it go up, and I'm like, oh, it'll pull back, and it just is not pulling back. It just does not pull back. It does a small little pullback, and then it just keeps riding up. And so we bought in 100, assuming that it was just going to tank. I mean, like that's usually what happens. But we're recording right now. It's September 3rd, and it's $140 a share. It's 21% in 24 hours.
That is crazy. And to be totally honest with you, I only first bought some of this like maybe a week ago, I want to say. So my price point was pretty high, but I'm way up right now.
Yeah, it is going crazy. And you know, I read a technical analysis. I can't remember who posted it now, but that they really think that it's probably going to peak at 150 and then possibly drop down as low as 87. I don't see that happening right now. I mean, this thing it's defying all expectations, and it just keeps going.
Peak at 150 and then the next support is 87.
Well, they're saying they think it to drop and then drop more as, you know, I mean, granted, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to sell some profits. I mean, you can't go up this much without some profit selling. But when you look at the use cases for Solana, their NFT marketplace, which, let me talk about NFTs for a minute. NFTs have gone insane. Like, absolutely insane.
I'd say they've gone, you know, this is like a real crypto word, parabolic.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, and I'm still kind of like not completely understanding, you know, and this is probably bad coming from a crypto podcast, but I like NFTs, but I don't, you know, in the real world, I wouldn't pay $10,000 for a piece of art to hang on my wall. So I guess I really don't get it. But I do own a lot of comic books that are really expensive, and they just sit in a box that nobody sees. But you keep collecting them. So it's pretty much the same thing, but digitally. So I do get everything with that. But these Bored Ape Yacht Club, they sold millions. Millions.
Yeah, Steph Curry just bought one, and it was like $235,000.
They had 10,000 of them, and I believe they made $56 million in an hour.
Holy smokes! I too am a comic book collector, but I also I personally wouldn't spend $10,000 on a piece of art.
If you're a millionaire, though,
but
multi-millionaire,
I guess if you have the money, they're really cool, but that's about all they are, really cool. But they also seem to have value. So, and they're easily tradable, and you can sell them. Reselling them's really easy, like on OpenSea. It's really easy to do.
Well, and I think that's the buying and reselling is where I think that's part of it. People see it as an investment. I mean, you look at Visa, they bought that $150,000 NFT just to kind of keep it as history. There's just so much going on with it. But the one that I have to talk about a little bit before we get into today's topics is there was and it goes after your name, Loot, the Text Adventure NFTs. And they're randomly generated pieces of armor. So you have helmet, boots, and all the different things you would normally see in like a fantasy style RPG. And then it's just an NFT. But people are buying these things for, I've seen them sell for as much as 6 to 8 Ethereum.
Yeah, and guess what? All it is words.
But
it's literally a square that's got like a colored background with words.
You know what though? What I read
imagine?
today, I read this morning that it is potentially for a future fantasy game, so there'll be items. But what's crazy to me about this one, and I mean, whoever's created this, genius.
Total
they've
genius.
made millions and millions and millions on this now. I mean, they're selling like crazy now. And this game is a concept. Like it may never come out. So what is that? What are they worth? All I know is...
honestly, I think they're worth 8 Ethereum to just your average, really wealthy person.
All I know is I need to just start slapping some words on a page and minting some NFTs and selling them.
Maybe we'll do some Crypto Moon Hunters NFTs.
That's
do some giveaways too.
Happen. I mean,
I think we should do some giveaways also.
Yeah, maybe we will. Maybe we'll talk about that on the next episode. So if you're an early listener, maybe you'll collect something early. And then we potentially, if we get big enough, maybe it'll be worth something for you one day. So we will definitely do that.
Yeah, maybe the really far, far distant future.
Because, as we've mentioned in many of our disclosures, we're just two idiots talking on a podcast. But one thing we will talk about is, let's get into a little bit of why Solana is exploding so much. And that goes back to their NFT marketplaces. And because they're a direct Ethereum competitor, they're doing what Ethereum 2.0 is probably going to do. The transaction speed is insane. Their fees are super low, which, Ethereum, as I'm sure you've heard on the more professional podcast many a times, Ethereum is a victim of their own success. The gas fees are high, network's bloated. So until that's resolved, Solana is fitting that place. They're building dexes. There's so many things. One other thing that they just partnered with Audio. Audio's doing different things on their Solana network. They're going to be doing NFTs around music, which I think is going to be a huge marketplace. Music rights. When you think about full NFT support on Solana, if you're a music owner and digital rights is such a big deal with music. So if you're a music owner, you produce music and then you sell it. Because the smart contracts can track and give you royalties, it's a way for them to always get royalties. They don't have to, scour the internet and sue people for rights. They'll just automatically get them every time it's traded.
That's ridiculous.
So there's so much, and I think that's where the mainstream adoption of NFTs is propelling crypto to this bull run we're seeing now. And the bull run probably is going to continue. The only thing that's going to get in the way of, I think, this big bull run we're seeing right now, the most likely thing, there's always something else, is politicians. That they have the potential to over-regulate crypto and cause a lot of issues. So we won't get into politics on this podcast. There's plenty of other podcasts that do that. But just know that is the one thing that could really stifle this bull run. And we're looking for moons. So that's kind of...
They need to just stay away. Just keep your distance.
Yeah.
Don't come near the crypto world. Just leave us alone. We're really quite happy. We're doing really cool things. And you're getting in the way. So step off.
Yeah, I mean, I get a little bit of protection for rug pulls. But what always seems to happen with these protections you see it in stocks, is then you have to be wealthy or a professional investor. I think professional investors can get in on like early things, but you have to have $150,000 of cash to be allowed to. So basically it means you have to be at least a baby whale to participate, and that just kind of ruins it for the little guy. So, crypto's a place where the little guy you can lose all your money or you can strike it big. It's your prerogative. You should have the right to lose your money. I mean, they allow gambling, so why not allow gambling on these cryptos, which is essentially what we're doing with some of these meme coins.
some of these are basically the lottery.
Yeah.
If you think about it, it's like hitting the lottery.
Exactly.
You pay to play to get those lottery tickets. It's really not that much different with some of these. Others are a little different, but the majority of like all these Moon Hunter coins that we're going to be talking about, it's basically hitting the lottery.
I would say it's slightly more like high stakes fantasy football. So you have a little bit of knowledge. You can review the player. You can say, hey, is this person gonna blow up this year? And then a lot of that is luck. So Solana is kind of like your Tom Brady, or not, maybe actually Ethereum is more like your Tom Brady, or Bitcoin is. And then you have your top coins that are probably going to do well, unless they get injured or hacked,
or play for the Jets.
Or play for the Jets. Hey, but this year might look good for the Jets. So
never
you
know.
never know. So then you got these are the new players that are just drafted. Are they going to blow up or not? You got them in the 7th round. You just don't know. So you're going to hit it big? We don't know. But that could be the case. Speaking of hitting it big and lottery style event, Baby Doge is doing a Tesla giveaway. And full disclosure, before we talk about this, we are contributors to Baby Dogecoin. We will always tell you if we have any type of partnerships or we discussed externally with the group. So Baby Doge is one that we have a partnership with. So Luke, why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
So the Tesla giveaway it's super cool. Basically, they got this really great Tesla. Its base color's white, and then they wrapped it in Baby Doge with like all these like circuit board kind of cool pictures. The contest is going to be going from September 5th through November 1st, and there's going to be a website you can sign up on, and you could do like tasks to get extra entries. So I encourage everybody to get in on it that wants to try and get the Tesla. And it's also open to the international community, but sadly you won't be able to get the car, but they are going to be giving between $25,000 and $30,000 worth of Baby Doge if you are excluded in the international community, or if you're in the domestic United States. It's also Alaska, Florida, and New York. Sorry guys, you won't be able to drive that super cool Baby Doge Tesla, but you'll be able to get between $25,000 and $30,000 for it, which is really cool.
So be sure to check out babydogecoin.com or Baby Dogecoin's Twitter. They have details on that. So one other thing we wanted to mention, we mentioned on the first episode the Safemoon wallet that was going live. It appears that there's still no sign of the Safemoon wallet, and they had a Twitter message saying that they want to make sure they get it right, and they'll announce the date when it's coming soon. Was pretty much everything on there.
Yeah, so epic fail.
That's so bad.
Epic fail. I mean, they flat out launched the wallet, okay? And I tried going on their link. Did you?
I tried a couple times. I wanted to check it out. I mean, I'm not super high on Safemoon.
It looked cool. You know what? It doesn't even matter like if you like Safemoon or not. The Safemoon wallet is just a cool wallet. Like it seems like it can do cool things. So I wanted to try it out, and yeah, it's just not out there.
I know they went down a little bit after that announcement. They've kind of come down quite a bit since in the past 7 days. They're starting to come back up a little bit. The last 3 months they've really taken a beating. I know since they really have. I bought some a while back and it has not done well. But I think I bought during the high. I bought a lot of things during the high. Most of the blue chip coins have really, come full circle, and I'm net positive on quite a few of them. But a lot of the meme coins and a lot of the gaming coins have come down a lot in the last week.
Yeah, this has been a really tough week for the meme coins and gaming coins.
Which is surprising because all the main coins are just, most of them are on a tear.
I know. So I'm thinking maybe the trend right now is Bitcoin plus the dominant altcoins. And I think it kind of like goes in a wave. So as soon as this wave kind of like crests and we start to move out of it, we'll go right back into the meme coins. And then I think it's just going to keep going like in that up and down kind of movement. So I really am kind of not surprised. I mean, if these other coins are blowing up, where would you want to put your money? That's really what it comes down to.
Right. And we did hit on a few ones last week. That the spaceport coin, that one keeps doing it's not going crazy, but it's just kind of slowly going up. I mean, in the last 24 hours, it's up 32%. So if you bought that one,
yeah, Spaceport just this week released an update where it added mouse support, so you can now play the game via mouse, which is really cool. And they also improved the mobile experience, but I'll be honest with you, I tried it. I didn't really see a difference, but they said they improved it. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. I didn't quite get it. But the coin itself is performing really well. And one of my friends who plays the game, I would say maybe 5 to 10 minutes every day, actually got an airdrop of coins this week.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, really cool. OC3, hope you're listening. Really happy that you got that airdrop. Congratulations.
Well, he tried to get into the Zune Discord, which has still not allowed him in, last I knew. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I'm in. I think Zune's a great game, but I will tell you one thing that I think is a problem for the Zune game. You don't do anything except pay money. There is no game. It is a game, but it's not a game.
It plays itself, basically.
So, like, it plays itself, right? And there's no graphics or, like, there's no actual game there. You buy these Zoans, which are, like, your characters. Then you put in the money that it costs to actually play that event. You hit start, and then it automatically gives you either you won or you didn't win. It's kind of like a lottery, but so there's no actual gameplay, and I think that might end up hurting the coin because Axie Infinity, that's a game. I mean, it's a real game where you interact with it. So I think that's the big difference. Maybe that's why it just is slightly dropping off a bit. Who knows?
No. CryptoZune and their YAG tokens just been up and down, up and down. I mean, it's still up from when I bought it by a fair amount, but it's not. It hasn't gotten too crazy. But
yeah, I'm not in the red on that at all. I have quite a lot of Zune, but I didn't pay a lot for it, so I'm still in the green.
Yeah, so that one, hopefully, you never know, that could be a moon. Well, let's get into our moons this time are going to be for a new segment we're going to call Doggy Style. And we have two tokens that we're going to talk about this week that Loot researched. I know very little about. So Loot, why don't you tell us about the first one?
All right, the first one we're going to talk about this week is the Mini Sports token. And it's just launching now. You can still get in on a pre-sale. It's very small market cap, and basically what the coin is, and I'll just give you a description, is it's going to bridge the world of crypto and sports, connecting sports and the crypto community through a series of competitions, betting, and prizes that highlight the leading ideas and individuals shaping the future of sports on the blockchain. So what does that all mean? What the hell does that mean?
I mean, I'm on their website now that you posted, and it does look... I mean, if it's a scam token, which, keep in mind, any of these tokens we talk about...
It's totally possible.
It is. They have a 1 quadrillion supply, so, I mean, that's always a little bit... it looks like
It's a little high.
So we're recording this on September 3rd. The pre-sale starts in a day and a half. They look like they're fully doxed, which is a good sign. What's the tokenomics like on this thing?
All right, so there's a lot of percentages here. So let's just go over them really quickly. They break it up into 3 categories. The first is called the prize pool, which is cash and prizes. So 8% of every transaction go into the prized fund wallet. And the more tokens you hold increases your chance of winning prizes and cash rewards. So basically, it sounds like if you hold more of the coin, you're going to get more rewards. It has an auto buyback. So just so that if anybody doesn't understand what an auto buyback is, an auto buyback is basically whale protection. I have not seen a coin successfully roll out auto buyback and survive. That's just my experience. Maybe they're out there, but I haven't seen it. So their auto buyback is 5% of every transaction contributes toward a buyback mechanism to ensure sustainable growth with the coin, basically so that the coin doesn't tank when a whale sells. That's in a nutshell. I haven't seen a coin successfully do this and still survive. I mean, you talk about a lot of taxes here. And then another 2% of every transaction is taken and redistributed to all the holders. So let's add that up, right? We have 8% prize pool, 5% buyback, 2% is reflections. So that's a 15% tax on every transaction. So that means you're spending 15% just in taxes just to buy this token. It's pretty high. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, you kind of expect that. I mean, a lot of these meme coins have that, so that doesn't bother me as much. It's just a matter of, will they have an actual use case, and can it take off at all? And, I was kind of skimming through some of this, and it looks like, they're looking at gaming, sports gaming for this. So this could be a very early gaming token that if you get in on, and then they do ticketing, they're doing all kinds of stuff from what
they want to do betting. Sports betting is like one of the big draws that you can do peer-to-peer betting with near zero fees and efficiency in regards to transactions.
Yeah, so I mean, they have a lot of things. They're going to do NFT gaming. They want to do a sports drink. They want to do, all kinds of stuff. So if they can achieve any of this, I'm not going to put a lot into this because it's very dangerous. But I'll probably grab a little bit because once again, it's like a lottery ticket. You just never know which one's going to win.
It's true. So I think I'm also going to get on the pre-sale. Honestly, I probably will put in less than a half of one BNB, but that's just because I'm super cautious on a token like this.
Yeah, which I would be very careful to. I would link a wallet with limited funding in it too when you go on these pre-sales on some of these.
You know what might even be best? What I started doing is I create a brand new wallet for something like this. So if I had to whitelist my address, what I do is I create a new wallet and then I link it so that there's no possible way at all that any of my other wallets with some of my other tokens that I've acquired over time get touched in any way whatsoever.
All right, that's smart. So why don't we talk about your second one and then we'll wrap this up.
Now, all right. Okay, so let's talk about the next moonshot of the week. We've got the MiniADA. This is also pre-sale time, guys, pre-sale. So this is not launched. This is not real as of yet, but it looks pretty cool. And what it does is it's called the cryptocurrency token that provides anonymous Visa cards to all holders. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, this has. I wonder how they do they have a partnership with Visa already? That's the question.
I have no idea. But obviously, by the name MiniADA, basically it's what they say is that you can take your Cardano reflections from holding your MiniADA and anonymously spend them in the real world using currency. No cross-chain conversions, no registration, no personal details. It says sit back and relax and watch as your MiniADA token contract automatically determines when it's time to issue your card.
Now I see they have a 1 billion supply, it looks like, if I'm reading the zeros right. Yeah, 1 million, billion. And then 4% of transactions are distributed to holders in Cardano BEP20. So are they doing... Is it mini Cardano, or are they giving you actual Cardano in here?
No, the rewards are ADA.
It's interesting.
Yeah, that's really cool. So basically, if you hold this coin, you're going to be earning Cardano. But the weird thing is, if you read into what I read, into what I had said before, soon you can sit back, relax, and watch as the MiniADA token contract automatically determines when it's time to issue your card. So what that really means is you have to, they're not saying this, but my interpretation of this is you have to have a certain amount of coins in your wallet to be eligible for a Visa card.
Which I don't see. You can't buy it yet, it doesn't look like. When you click on the buy button, it doesn't work.
No, it's not launched yet.
Do you know, the question is, do we know when this is going to launch?
Yeah, in 3 days, 3 hours, 31 minutes,
wow,
and 37 seconds.
I didn't even see that. So it's September 3rd at the time of this recording, so it should be released on September 6th. So this is interesting.
Yeah, so, and also, the MiniADA is on the Binance Smart Chain, and it seems to be giving out ADA as rewards, and the Visa card that you may or may not be eligible for, I can't really get that off their website, is, it looks cool. It looks like it's going to work with Apple Pay. It says compatible with Apple Pay. It's not really real yet, so I would say go in this with caution.
Yeah.
It looks like it could be huge, but it also looks like it could be a rug. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm a little leery on the fact that, I mean, the concept is neat. If they actually had a partnership with Visa, that would be neat. It doesn't say specifically on here how all that works. The website is pretty well done image-wise, but it's lacking content, and the white paper is relatively short. You would expect to see more on something like this. So this one's a little, I'd use a lot more caution on this one, even than the other one, as crazy as that sounds.
Yeah, I would say mini sports sounds a little bit more real than this, but
who knows?
I think I'll probably pass on this one. I don't think I'm going to invest.
I'm going to put a tiny amount of money in and see what happens. Because I'll be mad if it was great and we talked about it on the podcast.
And then you miss it. You're twisting my arm. You know that I always follow the leader.
So
just take my money. Just take it. I'm just going to throw it at the screen. Just going to dance around. Just throwing all my money in.
I think that's it. I think that's all we got today. We will see if we can find, I really want to find some better gaming NFT ones, because that seems to be the hot thing right now. So next week, that's what we'll look for. See,
we're going full gaming next week, people.
Yeah, full gaming or full NFT or around NFTs, because that's the hot thing right now, and we're trying to find that moonshot. So, because we are the crypto moon hunters. And with that, thanks for listening. Take care, everyone.
Thanks for coming, and keep hodling.
Thank you for listening to Crypto Moon Hunters podcast. Please be sure to let us know how you have done with your favorite shitcoins. Also be sure to leave us a like, subscribe, and comment. All of our favorite information is listed below, along with a wallet address if you want to leave us a tip. See you next time, and keep hodling.